Hello friends, welcome back. So most of you who follow me know that my theme this year for Christmas is kind of a rustic glam. So a couple of years ago I had done some glam cake plates and I wanted to be able to use them this year, and I wanted some candle holders that would match. So that's what's inspired my candle holders today. So what I'm going to use are these small trifle bowls that I found in the party section at the Dollar Tree. And I'm also going to use these small candle holders. So these are the ones that are a little bit kind of a diamondy type shape to them. And I'm going to use some Epsom salt. And I got that at the Dollar Tree as well. And I try to stick with all Dollar Tree items here. This silver glitter, which I got at the Dollar Tree, I'm going to add a little bit in with that Epsom salt. So what I'm trying to create with this Epsom salt and silver glitter is that crushed glass look, and I'm going to apply it with some Mod Podge. And I'm also going to use some of the smaller size diamond wrap from the Dollar Tree and this silver glittery ribbon. So I'm going to start with that ribbon, and I'm going to hot glue it right up to the very top edge and cut it. It's got a little bit of a lip at the bottom here, so I'm going to cut it so it goes kind of around that lip and goes kind of underneath, but it stops right where there's like a seam. Okay, so you can see that I'm just going around in random, I'm not measuring, I guess is what I'm trying to say. I'm just kind of periodically going around, and it equaled out to where they were spaced out just enough. And what I'm going to do once I get that silver ribbon on there is I'm going to hot glue my diamond wrap right on top of it in the exact same way. I'm going to glue it at the top and the bottom and cut it to size. And I wanted to show you that glitter underneath really adds some sparkle. So this is what the diamond wrap looks like without it underneath. So you can see it adds a lot of sparkle. So I just continue to do that all the way around. And I got to the point where I was gluing on the top, and then I would just cut it and move on to the next one. And then when I was done with that, I went back and glued the bottom all the way around. Okay, so this is how it looks so far. So in between these pieces, that's where I want to add my Epsom salt. So I'm going to go ahead and apply my Mod Podge glue, and I do put it on kind of thick. I mean, not thick enough to where it's dripping, but I don't want a real thin layer either, because I'm going to sprinkle on my Epsom salt. And then on top of that, I'm going to sprinkle in, which kind of gets in between all of the pieces, the silver glitter. And to me, this really has that crushed glass look and very frosty looking. I love it. So I just go ahead and go all the way around and add my Epsom salt and glitter. Okay, the only thing that I'll say to make sure of is to press down that top edge and probably the bottom edge too. You don't want any random pieces of Epsom salt sticking out, and you kind of want a straight, neat edge. And yeah, I absolutely love this. I don't know why I didn't think of it before. Isn't that just so beautiful? I love it. Okay, so I'm going to set that aside and let it dry. And in the meantime, I'm going to grab some of these napkin rings, the silver plastic ones, and some of the gemstone stickers from the Dollar Tree. And I'm just going to stick one row of the gemstone stickers, it's almost a tongue twister, down the center of that. You could probably decorate those however you choose, but I'm going to flip one of those candle holders over and I'm using hot glue. I would suggest using a more substantial glue. I'm using it for the purpose of the video, just to have a quick outcome for you. So you see that rim that's on there? I'm going to go right up to that rim with that glitter ribbon and bring it down over the edge. So this is just how I chose to decorate this. You know, obviously you guys decorate it however you think would look prettiest. But yeah, I wanted to add some sparkle underneath here. So it's got like little sectioned areas. So I put the ribbon on one section and then I skipped one and moved on to the next. And then I'm gonna add a kind of a collar of that diamond wrap around there and a row of the gem stickers along the base. Okay, so here's the part where I'm going to use something that came from Walmart and not the Dollar Tree. You can use Dollar Tree items. So I wanted to use these because it's the same ones I used on my cake plate that I had done a couple years ago. I'll link that video down below in case you wanted to watch how I made that. So I'm going to add that biggest size right at the top of that ribbon, and then I'm going to choose the next smallest size. And I'm just going to use this as an example of something you could do, and you could put it in between the two bigger ones, but I wanted something a little bit more chunky, so I'm going to use these gems from the Dollar Tree, and they kind of resemble ice to me, so that's why I wanted to use these. I'm going to put those in there in between those gems, and I just love how chunky they are and icy looking. So then I'm going to grab one of the octagon shaped mirrors at the Dollar Tree, and I'm just going to leave the feet and everything on the back of it because it'll be on the underside and you won't really see it unless you put it on a mirror. If you're planning on putting this candle holder on a mirror, I would take those off. But I'm just going to put it right on the inside of this, and I think it's beautiful. It's going to reflect a lot of light, and I'm going to use some of these silver beads that I got at Walmart. I think they were like 98 cents. They are a tiny bit bigger than the ones from the Dollar Tree. That's why I showed you the other ones there, but I think that's okay. I'm going to go ahead and start hot gluing them right on that very top rim. Okay, so for another idea, you could loop these at the bottom. That would tie into the cake plate if you wanted to make those two and have them match. But I'm just gonna attach it the same as I did the top and just hot glue it around that bottom rim. Okay, so at this point, I'm just going to go ahead and attach it to the base that I had made for it. So I'm going to add a row of those Dollar Tree gemstone stickers. Had to say it slow so I didn't get twisted there, but added a row at the bottom. So inside, you could use another one of those napkin rings to kind of be a candle holder area, or a different kind of candle holder from the Dollar Tree. I think these might work well because they're going to catch any dripping wax so you don't get it on the mirror in there. But yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and go over my simulated crushed ice again with some Mod Podge just to make sure everything is held in there and really glued in well. And I'm also going to use some of these bracelets from the Dollar Tree. I just cut them apart and use the gems, or they're like little crystals and they're glass. So that's why I like those. They seem to reflect more light than any of the plastic things. So I'm going to go ahead and add those to the bottom, and it just adds a little bit of weight to the bottom and extra sparkle. Okay, so I wanted to show you what they look like with some fairy lights in there. So my fairy lights kind of have a blue look to them. They're daylight is what the color is, but I absolutely love it. It's very icy and cold looking, very wintry, but I wanted more of a romantic feel, and I feel like warmth is more romantic, and just the candles really add such a beautiful glow to it. So I love how these turned out. I think that they're better than how I envisioned them. I think they're going to match my cake plates perfectly and look gorgeous on my Christmas tablescape. So anyway, I hope you guys like this DIY, and of course, as always, I hope you're having a great day. I'll talk to you next time. Bye-bye.